Rosie lost their lives. This was a place where no one ever complained. Everybody talked about, they knew what their job was. They knew what their duty was. They knew what their duty was to their neighborhood, to their family, to their country. And, you know, it's a place, as I said at the airport, you know, a couple of folks up here reporting on my coming back home made the points and said, Joe, Senator, you left here in 1953, you guys moved. And like, isn't this a bit of a hype? Well, I want to tell you all, many of you Scrantonians have had friends you grew up with who've left Scranton. But I'd like to ask you the rhetorical question. Has Scranton ever left the heart of anyone you knew who moved from Scranton? I don't know, not a joke. It's hard for people to believe outside of Scranton. It's hard for them to believe. So this is where everything came together. This is where my family values and my faith melded. This is where it was. I mean, there was no daylight between what we were taught at St. Paul's and what was said in Mass on Sunday, and what my parents and my grandparents talked about. And there's another thing I learned. I learned about the neighborhood. I learned that it's you know, your first loyalty. I learned in this neighborhood, literally, on Demick Avenue, Washington Avenue, with all the guys and girls I grew up with here. Billy Coxwinkle used to live up the street you know, we go through the back alley here. We spent basketball up there. He sent me a wonderful, wonderful note. But he's the guy that wrote E.T. And so this was a neighborhood. And the one thing you learned here is a promise made is a promise kept. It's real simple. There's no compromise.